far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Usea has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire. Our mission is escorting General Labarthe of the Erusian forces. Make sure his ride to the heliport is uneventful. War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. ID'd as Osean forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets. Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
You were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
The success of General Labarthe's escort mission will determine how the war ends, what the world will look like after this.
Understood. Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route.
We're the only ones here on our side.
It's Erusian.
They aren't responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Longcaster. They've opened up a path for us.
The more the merrier.
Ask yourselves, what is best for our country?
We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes. We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
The use of drones makes war more palatable. Why don't people realize this?
There's a strict curfew, but people gather at bars and other places to learn what's going on.
They're not ruining their ideals. What point is there in liberty? It's best that you leave this country.
General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General Labarthe are the real patriots. Onward!
Anti-air gun eliminated.
There's a vehicle up ahead. Think it's gonna ask us to pay a toll? Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go.
We archived all the footage that we've shot, and when the communication networks come back online.
There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to the hails. It's the radicals.
Signs of the beginning of this war are now gone.
Behind the enemy.
Nice work. That takes care of that one. We're heading for the highway. Thanks to you. We got out of paying that toll. Heading towards Grunder Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
There are members of the military group calling itself the Free Illusions. Vehicle eliminated. An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling.
Fox 2.
The aircraft has 3 lines on its tail.
Target is in range of guns.
Thanks. It would have been toast.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 1999 Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah. Don't they know nowhere is safe?
Confirm the coordinates. It's in the industrial zone. Got it. Let's get over there.
This fall has led to another power struggle within the emerging military.
Sad. Even the news is nothing but civil war talk.
News?
Yeah, I'm sensing the news. I know what's going on down below.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
Roger.
The bridge is being blocked off by a tank. This isn't good. What's wrong with Joe? Whether you're Adrian or not, you're just too stubborn to change with the times. An armored vehicle's behind us.
forces. Take it out. Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
Fire! We're on your side, you idiot! It's free strike. Who's a member of the penal unit crying or play?
We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
Ceasefire with the Ocean aircraft. General's orders. Proceeding by order.
Peace talks. Watch over the future of the high heavens.
It's people. Understand that. Weapons hold.
Target destroyed. Missile launched.
We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkin technology than just UAVs. Thinking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. They used that to assassinate Harley and place the blame on an enemy pilot. And the question remains, why? This Belkin technology has thrown the war into total chaos.
I can't believe he's responsible for Harley's assassination.
You talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
Those morons were means to use your head to fight and not just instincts.
Locked on!
You guys are hoping to draw out the war, leading our country even further into ruin.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
The enemy has a bead on you. Missile hit.
Locked on. This one's a goner.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Stay sharp while you're in there.
ID'd as a Russian military.
The General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
We're taking heavy fire. Concentrate your fire on the combat vehicle.
How'd you last long, Captain? You've been reached and we're here to help.
Strider 1, locked on target.
We were nearly done. I couldn't have asked for a better time.
Nice. Glad to see the Oceans attacking the radicals.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Officers from countries annexed by Arusha have taken multiple groups and declared independence.
Glad we waited. Don't worry. We won't let anybody through us.
Almost at the rendezvous, in the rear of the others. Understood.
The radicals truly believe boosting drone productions will make up for their losses. They shouldn't take responsibility for the capital squall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If we succeed, we'll be able to move towards signing a truce with Ostia right away.
They decided.
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
It's hard to maintain a lock in the clouds. We turn to in this darkest hour. We need a beacon of light to show us the way. Strider 3, Fox 2. This is the Arujan News Network reporting live.
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place.
Enemy missile inbound. It's evading.
I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa, whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No, unless she's a soldier.
We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft your grandfather told us about. The scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait, unknown's attacking the girl's plane.
Hold on tight.
Lancaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
They could be Osean fighters. ID them ASAP. ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp. Right, I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco.
How dare you, Mr. Peter? I'm here to deal with that traitor.
Don't miss.
Aim carefully.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Careful, those guys are good. Wait, something is supposed to be shot too. I managed to catch a glimpse of the three strikes.
Mine. No good. Shit. Bandit destroyed. Well done.
They're in my way. Nice kill.
Target is down. Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is...
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Lancaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, Osean craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. We're cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco.
Report the MQ-89 launch. Our commander overridden. He must be accessing it remotely. Which unit is behind this?
Hey, it's not our fault the robots are reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
To build something else entirely.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Our drones headed this way.
Enemy on your back.
No, the escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain supplies. Clever.
This is AWACS Argus. Those who can hear us are our allies. Our new orders are to dispose of Eduard Abarth. The Osean Army officer with him is an imposter.
UAV is down. Missile away. Five bandits remaining. Four bandits left. Three bandits to go.
I've got a sitting duck here.
Two bandits left. Show them what you got.
another story to tell my boy.
Would you look at that? My scope is clear of all rogue unmanned aircraft. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. General's helicopters flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. Allied aircraft moving in to continue the escort. Let's leave the rest to them.
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Osean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Osean aircraft.
Osean's army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders.
The VIP.
It should be a piece of cake.
Were you sent by the General's staff? No, we'd like you to send someone. I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll Amy's process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire. Our mission is escorting General Labarth and the Erusian forces.
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What did you say?
Apparently, he was shot down by another Osean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.